protection of purity and innocence, first and foremost, no matter what. If my story can help that, hell yeah, that'll make me get up every day. That will make me listen and go within and figure out what I need to do to make sure that happens for all, for the highest good of all. That's why I strive. That's why I go. That's what my mission is, to stay strong because of the protection and purity of innocence. Because of my own story, my own experience. So to stand strong in that so that I can show others that they can be strong too. Fuck yeah, I can endure anything. I can get up every day, every time, no matter what. And I will. I'm already convicted to it. Or committed. Conviction. I have conviction toward it. Yeah, I'm already committed toward it. I know what I'm doing. You know, and my energy's getting stronger. I'm coming back into the remembrance of who I am. It's beautiful. I love it. It's cool. It's a cool reward, especially for what I've gone through. It is. Thank God. Thank God. Thank the divine. That's all I have. That's all I could do, and that's what I mean. Like I said, through all of the things that I've been through, it all just pointed back to coming back to God. And I cry all the time. My emotional, like I'm a master manifester too. And like my emotions, that's the fuel to manifestation. And that's why they've had to keep me like contained, like in it. Cause like I'm very emotional. I'm very raw. And I'm getting all the things that were in the way of me being authentic are being removed, and I've been upgraded, and I've been everything that was taken from me has been given back, and is being given back, and because of the things that have happened to me. I had to get right within me though, and that's what I mean. It pointed at all to one thing, and it wasn't just about me though. This was about all of us, and I mean, especially the purity and the innocence. And I pray that every day too. I just made a video the other day about my conscious intention about whatever energy consciousness interacts or experiences or encounters my energy consciousness. I pray and intend that energy consciousness gets, in whatever ways, gets blessed, healed, activated, awakened, ascended, enlightened, evolved, expanded, or experience God's consciousness in whatever ways for their highest good and the highest good of all. And that's what I mean. It came to that. All of this came to me finding God again, and what a beautiful story it is. That's what I mean. I cry every day. I do. And it's a good cry though, like sometimes I'm transmuting emotions from my own ancestral, and DNA trauma and, stuff that's coming up still, but I recognize it now. And I'm clearing with Mother Gaia and with the collective. I've made that as part of my contract. And so like whatever I experience within my body is happening, and Mother Gaia is somewhere at the same time. She's experienced, and she's, the more I heal, the more she, like we mirror each other. It's crazy. That's part of my story too. It's really cool. I'm connected. I can see the interconnection between everything and all now, And I always did. That's the cool thing. Coming back to knowing who you already are is a beautiful, like, my mind gets blown all the time when I think of like God, how I can see God in a new way, and just an awesome, extraordinary way. And it just blows your mind. And every day, my God blows my mind about how God can be God. And it's amazing. That's what I mean. I cry every day too, in gratitude because of that. Like and I know that I'm a starseed, and I know that I'm an earth angel, because when I think of God, and I'm not religious at all, like I'm religious was mass control is all it was. I'm a spiritualist. I believe in energy and vibrations. And that's a thing. I mean, it's been a thing for a minute, but and God is the highest vibration. we're vertical and horizontal is what we are. Think of us on an X and Y axis, but going in all directions. And I said that like an infinity symbol in the middle, being at that would be 0 point. And so anyway, what I was trying to say is that when I think of God, I cry anyway. Like my mission for God is so strong within me, and my connection to God and how much I love God. Like I cry for God too. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. I cry because I miss him so much, and the pain that I felt from separating from him in the ways that I have has been so traumatizing to me. And But when I think of God, I melt. I melt because God is my God. He's my love. He's all of me. He made me. He made everything. It's not separate in any way. It's the most amazing love ever, and that's what we yearn for. It's so funny. That's what our souls yearn to get back to so much. But we came in here to choosing to forget so that we could learn in a new way, in different ways for God and for everything, which is God. Like that's. But like I was telling my friend the other day, or was my friend anyway, that that I blush at the sun. I've always done that, and I'm like, who does that? I don't know anybody that does that, but I do that, and the birds sing to the sun in the morning and they sing to the sun at night. They say good night. And then there's flowers that close up, at night. There's some that bloom at night as well. And then dogs and cats and all animals love to lay in the sun. This is all not, this is the thing. And that's, the sun is it's the sun isn't God, but it's a force. It's a power that is not separate from us. It's not. You just call it in. Call it in, dude. That's what we're actually conduit. That's what I mean. We are of the substance of God, creator, source, as a conduit for these other vibrations and frequencies. And we can hold them as long as we energetically match with them, or have honor and good intentions toward these energies and love them for what they are and respect them as they are, and then invite them in that way and have that honor and love and respect for them. Like that's why you have to surrender yourself to them. And it's hard where we're coming out of the Piscean age. We don't know how to do that. That's what I've had to. That's why God's just like, you just heal you. Okay, you just get back into my divine team is just like, you just love on you and get yourself healed, because it has been a road and you've been through a lot, especially incarnation after incarnation after incarnation, plus the incarnation that I've had in this experience in lifetime. My energy's been really fragmented, and it's been, and I'm still healing. It's a healing. It really is a healing journey. That's why I'm as much of a student as I am a teacher. And I love that, like I said, because then I can learn and I can be curious, and and that's one of God's attributes that too. I mean, God has all attributes, but still, yeah, I mean, it's childlike wonder. That's who I'm coming back to, is my divinity within me, without any of the separation and the lies and the constructs and the parameters, and then having to let that all go. That's the hardest part, is we've attached ourselves to outside things, and we've been programmed and conditioned into doing this to keep our vibration low. And that's what I mean. You have to heal those parts of you to raise your vibration up, and to integrate these pieces of you, and that's how awesome God can be. You can get fragmented, and you in so many fucking ways, man. Like multidimensionality is ridiculous, and I mean, like awesomely ridiculous. Like it is. It's blows your mind. It does. Like the potentiality and the possibility of what can actually exist and happen and be, and is limitless and infinite when you can take those constructs and those parameters off of what we've been conditioned and programmed into doing. It opens a whole new world. For real, it does. It really does. Universes. It opens the door to universes, worlds, worlds upon worlds. It opens new ways of doing things that haven't been done before. That's why I'm a pioneering spirit, and we're protected now. Us, the ones that are programming the new earth, that have been given the keys, that went through initiation after initiation after initiation by higher realms and by different realms, to obtain these keys and obtain access to them, and tests that were hard. Okay, like you don't know how many times I wanted to give up, but I didn't, because it's just not within me to do. But and it isn't. I've been through so many lifetimes, and I've gone this far, and I've healed so much. Even then, like even before I healed, I've always had a never give up attitude. It was always within me, this strength, and that's what I had to embrace, was the strength within me. And it was already there, though. They were like, hey, you do it there, and you do there, and you do there, and you're already like that there. You're not like that here, and we don't know why, but you are over there. Type deal, which makes it easier when you can put it in perspective like that. Honestly, it helps you to heal areas, or to deprogram yourself from the programming and the conditioning. is to realize where you are able to do things, or where you fear things even that you don't fear in other ways. It's like, why do I not want to do that? Or how come I am limited in this way when I'm not in this way? And it's pretty of the same caliber, type deals. So I shouldn't be, and I don't want to be, so I can change it. And I mean, like you, us, we, free will choice, we can. We all have free will choice, and we have to live with the consequences of our own choices. We do. Accountability that's what keeps you raw. That's what keeps you genuine. That's what keeps you authentic with yourself. Because when you lie, or you try and deceive, or you try and change something into something that it isn't, all you're doing is dishonoring yourself. You are. You're making a lie upon yourself. Your integrity within yourself, and your connection to your truth gets skewed. And it gets more skewed the more you do it. But that's why you just, no matter what, just be honest with yourself emotionally, with all of it, everything. You have to look at it and be like, it's a thing. You can't ignore it. You can't avoid it. If you do, it comes out sideways in some other way. And that's just facts. You won't even know. The people that are angry and better take it out on other people. And it's because their own wounding that they haven't dealt with. Anyway, yeah. So I just want to come on here and share that. I love God. I love him so much. Like, that's what I told him I say that, and in the middle of my pain and healing, I'm like, ah, I'm throwing a fit and I'm whining. It's not like that, but it's pretty much like that to the upper realms. They're like, stop that. Yeah, no, they're not like mean or anything. They're just like, you're stronger than this. You are. But ego is so clever and so subtle. Yeah, it's amazing. That's why, like, for me, like, I honor the devil and I respect the devil, because the devil taught me how strong I am. And plus, when you want to, like, even like in like sword fighting and stuff like that, when people want an opponent, they want one that's gonna give them a run for their money, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's why you're sparring in the first place. That's why you're competing in the first, like, real competition. It's sportsmanship style. But you want an opponent that's gonna make you think outside the box. It's gonna make you go. That's gonna be worth fighting. You're not gonna want somebody that's gonna. It's not a challenge. And so that's why I respect and honor the devil, because he helped me make me who I am. And so I got to give him that. For real. Like, thanks. Like, I wouldn't have known how strong I was if you weren't around. So, I got to give you props on that. For real. But thanks, because you helped. I now know who I am. For real. And we're the same. And we have the same. It's a respectable opponent for sure. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? I respect, for real. I had to have no malice actually at all toward, for real, because there's some fucked up things in the world, and there's fucked up, for real. There's not, and it happened to me. You know what I mean? But still, it made me who I am today, and that I wouldn't change. So how can I be mad about it? I feel. Anyway, yeah, I love God.